Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Marissa, and the name of my YouTube channel is Journey. I know it's been a while, but like my last video, I told you guys that I am back and I'm ready to do what God has called me to do. So I'm just excited to invite you in on my journey. This new series that I am doing, it's like a mini series. I'm going to be bringing on some of my friends. We're going to be talking about just things in relationships as far as friendship goes. I know that there's probably a lot of myths when it comes to like Christian friendships because sometimes we can come with false expectations. We can come with people thinking that they're gonna be perfect, all put together, and it's like I don't know how we all, gonna be all put together. And we all came from many different walks, got all these things that we're working through. So I'm just excited. Her name is Connie. You can follow her on shout out your social media page so they can follow you. Different places.
On Facebook, my name is Omni Guzman, and on Instagram, it's underscore o.s.u.
Yes, and she is an author. She also does live videos on Mondays on her Facebook,
Yes,
on her
once a
public
month
page.
on Mondays at 9:30.
Yes,
I just have open discussions regarding different topics in particular.
yeah, and she is just a force to be reckoned with, and I'm just honored to have her as my friend and just joining me. So we're gonna be talking about vulnerability because this is something that we know too well. I feel like we kind of just went on this journey of vulnerability, even though I feel like in all of my relationships there's been a level of vulnerability, but I do feel like specifically this was just something that was really like that I began to understand and really start to really break through in that area, if that makes sense, of vulnerability. So yeah, first I just want to start off with a definition of vulnerability. Vulnerability really means that you're literally taking a risk. You're sharing your heart with somebody and at a possibility of being abused and neglected. You're literally just you're sharing it all. So before we go any further though, I do feel like I just want to pray really quick. I want to pray. Alright. So Father God, we just thank you for this opportunity to speak, God, and just to share, God, things that could help people, these just wisdom, Father, that you've given us in friendship. So I just thank you, and we just give you all the glory in Jesus' name. Amen. So first, I just want to start off just by getting, I guess, your take. What does friendship mean to you? And like,
To sum it up,
yes, just to sum it up.
kind of tough. Friendship to me means I can tell you like the principles or like what I feel like it's based off.
Yeah, yeah,
Friendship means to trust, it means to be honest, be open, it means to communicate, to love,
yeah,
and to just be there for one another, and to be loyal, to be committed.
yeah,
It's almost like a relationship, but with a friendship.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I would just piggyback off that because friendship definitely like trust, honesty, openness, and just willing to literally like love this person like Jesus. You know what I mean? We should love everybody like Jesus. But you're literally inviting this person in, you're inviting them into a very intimate space as well as they're inviting you into an intimate space. So you should definitely have honor. I am big on like not becoming familiar with my friends. That's something that in the past I feel like I've made mistakes in friendships. I've become familiar with people into this in a sense where um, like you kind of lost that value for them. Um, yeah, so I feel like you gotta have that in friendship. So
Also, it's time, it's commitment, it's effort, like it's work, like it's not gonna be like a perfect relationship.
yeah,
Both people
work.
have to be willing to put forth that effort and do what it
Mm-hmm.
takes to build a healthy relationship. It's not gonna work if it's lopsided or like one person is putting forth, more effort than the other
Yeah,
person. Like if you care about this person and you love them and they're a great friend, you're gonna be, put forth the work, you're gonna be ready to deal with them.
I would agree. Time, effort, all that good stuff. I would definitely agree. Um, So I guess let's talk about vulnerability in our relationship. Like,
Okay.
uh, I know we've been friends for what, like maybe 2 years,
Yeah,
two,
since
two
two
to
to
three
three
years,
years.
but
Yeah.
it feels like a long, long time. I guess yeah. Let's just talk about some of the things that I guess in the beginning how we got to this place of vulnerability because I feel like we're pretty vulnerable with each other. I don't feel like there's nothing that we can't really talk about or even if I did something to hurt you, did something to hurt me, like there's just been this I don't know, there's this openness where we're able to talk about things even if we're emotional and you know um yeah we're just able to somehow like work through it. So yeah, let's talk about and let's just get real because I think
Okay.
I was more so not the vulnerable one. Yeah. So
Well,
yeah,
somewhat,
I
somewhat.
think I wasn't as vulnerable. I feel like in this relationship, I
There was a wall
yeah, there was
sometimes.
a wall. Let's just be honest. There was a wall, but we worked through
But when we first connected,
it. Yeah.
it was at Legacy. Someone introduced me to Marissa, and I remember you invited me to your apartment, and we went to like a gathering of the church together. We
Was
were
it at a
so
Rocky Mountain?
yeah, we
Okay,
did.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
And like we
Yeah.
didn't even know each other, and I actually ended up staying the night, and then we left the next day when we went. And when we first got together, like we were kind of open, like we were saying like, I remember you, you was like, I just don't call everybody my friend like that. It takes time. You gotta get to know someone. And
Yeah.
I was probably more like, yeah, I'm the same way. Um, and it's just being open and like communicating. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm trying to
Yeah.
think what else. Yeah, but basically we were open, communicated, and it just kind of built from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what would you like to say? What would you say?
No, I would say the same thing. I would definitely say when we first became friends, I definitely was just going through a weird space with friends. Like I felt like
Yeah.
I felt like I didn't know how to do it. So in return, I didn't really have like I feel like I honestly remember I used to always say like, oh my God, I'm such a bad friend. I feel
Yeah.
like I just didn't
You used
know
to
how to
say
do
that a lot.
friendships, and I think maybe just because I put a lot of pressure on myself, I don't even know what it was, but which caused me to be afraid to hurt people. So it would cause me to like just put up this wall where it's like I'm only gonna let you in so far because first of all, I don't want to hurt you and I don't want you to hurt me. So it was almost like I just, it was just like this, like I'm gonna let you in, but
Not all the
not
way.
all the way because I don't know, like I don't know. It was still just some wounds there, if I could just be honest. Um, but I do feel like in my friendship with you, it caused me to address those things. Like it caused me to definitely dig deep, even if I didn't want to. Like, do you want like this relationship? Like it just taught me how to fight even the more. Like even though of course, I'm gonna bring some more things on. Y'all gonna hear some real raw stuff, but definitely it caused me to literally like just say, hey, do you value this relationship? Are you going to be open? Are you going to be just let it all out? And I feel like now just my heart is faithful. And I'm not afraid of it getting crushed. And the reason why it's not because I'm just amazing. But it's not because I'm putting on myself and her. But literally, I think you gotta trust God because He took a risk. So you gotta take risks in friendship. And I'm glad I took the risk because I feel like it just brought us closer. But
And that's what I was going to say. Like, in the very beginning, we did bring God into our friendship,
yeah,
and we
yeah,
would pray all the time, like, just, God, if this is a relationship that's meant to be, help us to build, help us to,
yeah,
love each
yeah.
other and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And if it's not separated, we brought them
Yeah,
in
yeah, and we
through
were clear,
everything.
like, God, this ain't it. Like, I don't want to be distracting her from her purpose. You don't want to distract me from my purpose. We want what you want, Father, in this friendship. And I feel like definitely,
It
like,
helps when you bring
yeah,
God into it, like if He's the base foundation in a relationship, I think He's the base foundation.
yeah, definitely. I would agree. I would So,
But
yeah.
just to piggyback
Okay.
on that, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Just with being vulnerable, like, this is to say that sometimes people hit a big wall, and with being vulnerable, sometimes, like, when you're in a relationship and a person is being open with you, but they feel like, because you can feel when somebody has a wall up,
Right.
it's just something there just blocking the way.
Right.
It will almost cause them, like, the other person to want to draw back, because it's like, if you're not going to be vulnerable with me, then I don't feel comfortable. I don't feel comfortable vulnerable with you.
Yes.
So I think it's helpful when both parties are open and express themselves in a vulnerable way. Because there's nothing wrong with being vulnerable, whether it be you.
Yeah.
It's great to be open. And don't you want to have a close relationship with someone other than God? I mean, close, you want to be open with God, we love the Lord.
Right.
But when you put you with people, well, I guess covenant relationships, definitely have friends or whoever you place around you in your life that are important to you, you will want to be open with them. I know for me, I told you, listen, I don't like surface relationships.
Like, no man, don't be coming up here with that surface.
And there's nothing wrong. Like, I have plenty of surface relationships, but it's like, I want something different. What does it look like to get deep? What does it look like to really walk with someone and to build and to be open? Like, I want to try it out.
Yeah. It's beautiful. No, it is a beautiful journey. And I think too, I would just say, like, for me, just giving anybody any advice, like if they're struggling like with, walls or, just letting people in, I would definitely say get out of self-protective mode. Like, we're never meant to protect ourselves. And that thing, like the revelation of Jesus literally taking a risk for me, not even knowing if I was gonna live for him. You know what I mean? Like, not even, and well, he knew because he's a God and he knows but he knew some people wouldn't live for him, right? But he still took the risk. He still loved the risk. Sometimes it is, putting yourself out there. So I would say, like, don't be afraid, because even though it's like basically you're handing a person a piece of you that they could abuse, that they could hurt. But even if they do, like, trust that God can heal you. And to bust the myth that you're not going to get hurt in a good friendship, because I feel like it's two people coming together. But iron sharpening iron. That, even just iron sharpening iron doesn't feel good. Like, it's going to cause some type of friction. Like, your friendship could challenge you, and yeah, it could hit somewhere where it might even hurt. But for your good, not abusive or toxic or nothing like that. So I just want to be clear on that. So.
And not only that, I would say, like, don't go with the mindset that every relationship is the same, every person is the same, and have like this prejudgment, because it's not. Just because you experienced hurt in like bad relationships in the past, when you were vulnerable, maybe somebody betrayed you or they told one of your, I guess, deepest secrets, that doesn't mean that when you meet a new friend that it's going to happen again. So you really have to be not only vulnerable, but to be open to trust. And before you can get there, it's important to heal. I know I say that in everything. But when you're not healed and you have open wounds and broken stuff, like, that stuff is getting in the way of connections. And like, you might have a covenant relationship waiting for you, but because you're so hurt and broken and you can't see out of your past or brokenness, you missing all the great relationships, and you have to get out of it. I mean, you have to get out of it. Yeah. And it's not to say that it's going to be perfect, because me and Teresa are great friends. We've been for these 3 years now, and we have had some disagreements, but it was nothing to like we disagree and never be friends again. Like, it was always we love each other, we talk about it. Sometimes we agree to disagree.
Okay, we just don't agree.
And this is what we just gonna agree to disagree.
And we don't have to have.
It's okay. No, you're fine.
But we don't have to have, like, friends who agree with everything we do. I feel like you don't really, how you gonna grow if we agree on every single thing? Like, what are you gonna get from that person? Like, or out of that relationship? Not saying that you're there to take. That's not what I'm saying. But like, how are you gonna? You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't. We shouldn't agree on everything because we're both unique. We're both different. We're fearfully and wonderfully, uniquely made by God. There's no way we're gonna agree on everything. Um. So yeah, we have to agree to disagree. Amen.
But that's so, I feel like it's so healthy because now, because we're growing and we
Yeah.
maturing, now when we have little disagreement, it's like, okay, it's not even, it doesn't even, it's like a
Right.
dust off the shoulder, like,
Right.
or small misunderstanding, like,
Yeah.
it's smoother to get through,
It,
like, it's
it
not
is.
even, like, hard to get through it.
It's like, okay, cool. And oh my God, I was gonna say something. What is it called?
What was you saying before that you were talking about,
I really did.
I don't know, I can't remember what you were saying before that.
It'll come back. The Lord help if it's helpful for this YouTube video. Just allow it to come
Why did
out.
you think being vulnerable is important, or did you know it was important?
I think being vulnerable is important because it's like it allows that person to see all of you, and it breaks off any form of falsehood and just this put together type of human being that's not even real.
Or it allows the relationship to go from person to
Deeply,
do you know ways that people can become vulnerable? For people that struggle with, vulnerability. There you go, okay?
Thank you so much. Thank you for helping me out. I know what I was going to say. So, definitely, I do know ways. Just like learning moment by moment, because I'm a moment by moment, day by day, that is my life, okay? Because okay, I'll go back to that next. Anyway, moment by moment, little by little, like begin to just put yourself out there. Like don't try to, of course, you are literally, I'm sure you probably came from like a wounded situation or whatever, maybe got some rejection, some inner healing issues. Like understand that everybody is either healing or has healed from that. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Like it's literally you just jumping out there. Like and you possibly could get hurt. But I feel like that is like life. Like in life, no matter, I don't care who the person is, family, spouse, friends, they're human, so they're going to do something that may rub you, it may hurt you the wrong way. So I feel like you just have to let go of the perfect person mentality that people are just going to be so put together. And they're not saying that people, like, I'm not making excuses for toxic people because I feel like there's a certain level of toxic people that can abuse you, that can use you, and you got to be aware of that too. You definitely do. But just because somebody makes a mistake doesn't mean they're toxic or doesn't mean they're abusive. It just means that, hey, they're human and they're working through that. And if they have acknowledged it, they've acknowledged like, hey, I apologize, even if they don't acknowledge it, because I feel like sometimes people don't acknowledge it.
I'm sorry, I just wanted to say, even when people make mistakes, that is I guess almost a great way to say, hey, I know this is a mistake, or maybe you didn't need to do it, but that hurt me.
Yeah.
Because sometimes people make a mistake, or they do something that offends you, or hurts you, and then it's like the relationship is over. But if you, like, be open and vulnerable and let that person know, because, like, people can't read your mind. Right, they don't know that what hurts you. They don't, that's just a thing that people have this evil intention. Like, they don't know. So you have to be abandoned and express that hurt or express whatever that, And I was going to say something like that.
No,
It's in my mind.
No, I was going to say, I was going back to the,
so when we were, I believe we were discussing how we can be vulnerable or what affects us. And I remember like during the earlier stages of our relationship, Because I haven't had the best relationship either. And like wrong thoughts about having like the
Mm.
intuition and stuff. Like I just remember her saying like love always hopes the best, like love always thinks the best. So when I'm in a friendship with this person and I look back over, everything that we've been through and I see that this my son has been consistent, my son has been loving, my son has been kind, my son has been
Yeah.
patient, my son has been understanding, my son has never did nothing bad to me. So like when that thought rises up, I can just automatically tell them like, this is my
Yeah.
son, I can be open, I can be real, I can, because they will know, you know?
Yeah.
So what helped me is that love always hopes the best, love always hopes the best, that I
Yeah.
was thinking out
Yeah.
there.
That is definitely something that I hold fast to because
It
wrong
still
thought.
takes time though, because
Yes.
sometimes it still comes wrong, so you
Yes.
gotta like,
Right. Wrong thought. I feel like negative thoughts because like the battles is in our mind.
yeah,
Wrong thoughts come about. They can come up about anybody. Like it doesn't matter. Friendships, anybody. You have to immediately say, okay, is God saying that about that person? Now, I'm not. Discernment is a whole nother thing because I feel like God shares things with you.
determined to be
Right.
blessing.
It could be suspicion. It's from a place of a wound. It really can be.
Okay.
And don't get it twisted. I have moments where I just say, that's not God. That's not my Father talking to me. Those are lies. Like this is not it. Like no, I just tell the devil to shut up. I'm not gonna think this way about this person. Now, I would say I feel like discernment is like God showing us like things about, a spirit, not necessarily about the person. And I can have it wrong, but I feel like God's ultimate goal, like between all people, that's
Love.
his
Yeah.
reconciliation, love, like one body. We're not here to be like, you know,
Separate.
yeah. And and stuff needs to be called out. I'm not saying that, 'cause, like if I have an
Okay.
issue with something
Call it out.
like
In
if
love
I'm
though, in
right,
love.
no, just say this, if I'm gossiping, like, and I'm like, you need to call that out, like, hey friend, you gossiping too much, like, I don't know if you need a fast pray, you need to go to the prayer closet or something, because, this is a doorway to the enemy, we can't allow this in a placehold. That's love to me. Like, that's love, and it may offend you, you might get hurt about it, but oh well, because, like, that's love, you know what I mean, you helping that person out, so, yeah. I
So
agree with
you
that.
say, love, to be open,
Yeah.
what else?
I would definitely
To
say,
confront
yeah,
those wounds.
confront them. It would definitely be not easy, but just go for it. I get a punch, but just go for it. Um, yeah. And I said we're still learning. We have not I don't feel well. I don't want to speak to you, but I feel like I've not mastered any, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just any place. Like I'm still growing day by day. Um, I'm intentional about my growth. I'm not just saying I'm growing and nothing changing, you know what I mean? Because I see the fruit, I see what God is doing, but I also know, there's definitely still some healing that I feel like I have, as you grow, there'll be more that you'll see, okay, this is broken a little bit. The way I view this, the way I see this is broken. Because I feel like you go from glory to glory, like, and you die to yourself and you become more like him. That's just nice. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, this is Omni again. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm so excited. Like I said, I have more friends joining me. This is a topic on vulnerability. The next topic, I'm not even going to say the next topic. Just make sure you watch. Because I'm super excited about these conversations. You might see some tears. You might just, whatever. We didn't plan any of this. I just told you the topic, so, yeah. I hope this helped y'all. We're going to bust those myths that, friendships, just because we Christians, just going to, like, somehow come together. Like, it takes work. It takes work, it takes intentionality, and it takes Holy Spirit, okay? You want to say something else? I'm going to just
I
close
know.
out.
I think I think it's good. I think
Okay. All right. Well, have a good night. Thank you for joining me.